Everyone's FPS dream. It's more than a game. There are many paths to victory, and the champions are not only made in the arena. Do you still remember the joy and inspiration? Do you still remember the confidence and adrenaline? Do you still remember your original intention and the passion?
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS. I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS. I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS. I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
Hello and welcome. It's time for our big best of 3 grand final here for our Crossfire event matches of Crossfire HD. We started off with 4 teams, big names in Chinese esport, and now only 2 remain. All gamers up against LGD, and gentlemen, I have a feeling that we're sitting on this all gamers hype train right about now.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no questions about it for me that it is all gamers that I think are going to be the ones that are looking to probably finish this off with a win. We saw a little bit there from LGD that looked pretty good, but
yeah.
Up against what we've seen so far today from AG, I think it pales by comparison.
And if you take a look at the bracket, you can see that all gamers started off against OMG. They quickly 1-0'd them. Then they played LGD in the upper bracket final, defeated them quite smartly as well, and that's what locked them into the grand final. LGD, on the other hand, they dropped down into the lower bracket and ended up defeating Tai Lu. Though, Ian, Tai Lu started off poorly. They warmed up. They played better when they versed LGD the second time. So maybe now LGD is warmed up and maybe they'll play better against all gamers this time around.
I think you've got to know what you're coming into when you verse an opponent for the second time. I think when they come up against all gamers, they're going to have a better indication of how the game plan is for all gamers. You know, we see a myriad of different styles for Crossfire and how to play each side.
Yeah.
And it is about that scissor, paper, rock. And I think going into this next game, LGD will be a bit more prepared on how to deal with what all gamers were able to bring that first time round.
We've had a good opportunity now as well to see how some of these teams play, how they play, what they brought to LAN, I suppose. I suspect that internally there's been a number of scrims between these teams as well, because there's not that many people to play against at the moment. I wonder whether within the scrims they were hiding things, changing things, and now what they're playing with on today are different to what they expected to see.
Yeah, possibly. Like you say, there's not so many players that actually have access to it right now. So for these guys, there's not that much variety in what they can do. I think what we're looking at for these 2 teams, maybe when it does actually come into these next couple of maps and that kind of thing, you know, obviously Dono for AG did have a very, very strong performance. So I think that's probably the kind of player right now that LGD are looking to sort of shut down, and whether they've got experience with that, whether they've been doing that in scrims and that kind of thing, I don't know if it's necessarily going to be quite as easy now that we're on stage, now that we're in the big leagues, and now when it really matters.
Well, they are experienced players, but the maps have changed a little bit. We have one map that's the same, but obviously looking far, far cooler than it used to. Plus, we have a map that not necessarily used to playing Search and Destroy, and then, of course, that all-new map in Naval Base, Ian, makes life a little bit interesting here as well. As we go into our map selection, we'll see what our 3 maps in order will be. We will be playing, theoretically, all 3 maps. They're all up for grabs with only 3 maps in the pool and 3 maps to play. It's going to be Eagle Eye to kick things off. As we said, that map that maybe we're not used to playing Search and Destroy. And the real interesting one here will be Naval Base between these 2 teams, a map that is new to Crossfire HD. And then, should we need it, Black Widow will be the decider. And to be honest, Jordan, I couldn't think of a better map to decide Crossfire HD on.
Yeah, I mean, it is the quintessential Crossfire map, isn't it? It's been around for such a long time, and it's one of the most popular maps, especially within China. So I'm glad that, I mean, if we do get to a 3rd map, that it is going to be that map. I do actually not mind the choice of Naval Base there for for LGD actually, because I think it's a map that's not so sniper-centric. So I think that gives them a bit of a chance maybe to shut down the effectiveness of Dono.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. LGD upper against AG, our Crossfire HD Grand Final. Let's get into it.
Well, this is what it all comes down to for LGD and for AG. 1 best of 3 left here for the Crossfire event matches for Crossfire HD. 1 best of 3 is what 2 teams have to play with, and 1 victor, 1 loser. At the moment, AG starting off on the attacking side, LGD to defend first. But are they going to be able to stand up to that aggression that AG brought against them in their last meeting?
Yeah, well, on a map like Eagle Eye, we did see this earlier on in the competition, and it can be quite a slow map to get things going. And when it does come to fruition, the very close quarter combat that we do see can go either way. Obviously, a lot of bulletproof areas for the Global Risk guys on LGD, but AG not taking any risks early on. As we do see 5 AKs for the Global Risk side, and just the sniper on Dono, but we saw how instrumental he was for All Gamers in the first game.
Alrighty, the first frag is going to go the way of AG, but Minnow able to bring it back just a little bit for LGD. Daze has the info, there's a player in the gondola and will get the better of him. It's a multi-pick from AG. Lots of players getting involved right now, walking around as a wolf pack, making things happen. It's a 3v2 now though. It's Mike will be able to secure control once again of such a premium position.
Just amazing play by LGD to be so evasive there.
How much longer will it last? Well, Mike does get the job done. 1v3 now for AG, and it's not going to be enough. LGD starting off well, and that's exactly what they need in this match.
Well, there you go, Jordan. We got our wish. We might have a game on our hands. You could see when Minnow took down the first player for All Gamers, they had no idea where it was from. So definitely catching them by surprise. And when they did try and hunt down the last remaining LGD players on that bomb site, the LGD players just ran away.
Yeah, well, it is only just one round, so let's not get too far ahead of ourselves.
LGD have got this, Jordan.
LGD's going to win.
It's happening.
Back it up. AG taking a bit more of a cool, calm, and collected approach this time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were pretty cool, calm, collected last time. Until, like I said, until they hit the button. And 3 players towards this B side now. Oh, that's a good... That would have been a perfect grenade, but instead it is just a smoke. The information comes out from NCP.
Now already the first player has gone down. Once again, the opening for AG, and this time streaming in. Minnow offering some resistance, but it may not be enough now as the player advantage is there for AG, and they do have that bomb plan down. No, I'm sorry, it got denied actually.
Oh, no way.
Dono.
No way.
Traded back by us, sir, and the mission goes the way of All Gamers.
I nearly had that. I had no right winning that round. But AG do come away with it.
Such a when we're looking at this map, the control of the gondola seems to be the name of the game.
Should be the name of the map.
You get so much information for free, you don't have any way of really getting punished until you're collapsed upon.
The thing is, you say it's for free, but you give away your position, and at the same time, there's nothing stopping All Gamers from getting some utility into that gondola.
That's true.
Saw many grenades go in there earlier on in the matches. They just need to think about it.
So has opened things up 2 rounds in a row, one which was consolidated on by AG, the other didn't go their way.
AG have answered back fairly quickly as well, responded. Dono with the C4 as well on the sniper. Just trying to get some opening picks. I've got to say, for me, the standout earlier in this comp for All Gamers was definitely Dono and Alan, with Daze as well helping.
No questions about it. Dono was an absolute champion for All Gamers.
Yeah. Haven't seen much of the way of a wall bang through these doors yet. LGD not game to go for any peaks. Okay, it looks like more of the same. A 3-man push towards B. The gondola going to be very important once again. Dono on the flank.
And with his signature weapon as well. So far not having the largest of impacts in this map for AG, but NCP once again trying to hold from the gondola. The flashbang goes out. AG streaming into his position. First frag this time goes the way of LGD, and AG not doing a great job of trading it back at all as NCP is wreaking havoc. Alan now on his own for the moment, does have a Sir flanking around, but he's really going to need to do something pretty heroic here if he's going to stay alive. And a Sir actually gets spotted, so now it really is on Talon. Has the bomb at least.
Well, he does have the bomb and he does have that gondola position. But, I mean, 3 players diverse. You'll want to get those numbers down. 16 seconds left in the round, Jordan.
Needs to not only get the players down, but needs to get the bomb down. If he went for the gondola plant right now, he probably would get it. Gives a lot of positioning over to LGD, though.
He's
forced now. There's no way that he wins this round anymore. Even if he gets these next couple of players, there's nothing that he can do. So the round will go the way of LGD.
He's cooked his goose there. Maybe some salted duck, Nanjing style. And again, 2.5 minutes to start this round. So you wonder how you run out of time with 2.5 minutes, Jordan. But AG found a way. LGD 2-1 up on the global risk side. It's a very pretty map as Acer sussing out some enemy positions. Look, he's been a bit of a sleeper cell for AG. So it hasn't been a complete team effort. Dono goes down to JP early on.
What a calamity.
Yeah. That's the last thing you need.
Last thing I expected as well out of this, to be honest.
Would you have expected to be in this situation, maybe a 3-1 lead to LGD at any point?
Definitely not. Definitely not. I was expecting AG to really run away with things. Sir, in a nice spot here, has not been spotted. NCP to tunnel vision on the other side. He'll go down for free. And Sir has a chance to get another, but it's actually stolen by Alan. That's a very nice take from AG and great positioning from Sir.
And that's what you need to do as well. You need to be able to pincer that gondola. Otherwise, they're just focusing, you know, all that time he can just throw grenades.
Fire in the hole, Ian.
Yeah.
Hayes has some info. Players headed in his direction as well, so time for him to step up.
Yeah.
He flanks, needs to be careful, but won't be aware of it. Mai does shut him down. Information there, at least for Zhao Ji, who will get 2, but he needs 3. It's into the 1v1 with 12 seconds left on the clock. He should win this one.
JP?
He's got the timing, and the kill will go the way of Zhao Ji.
Not sure. Not sure what was going on there for JP to run out of cover, but we'll see. Well, there you go. You got your wish, Jordan. 2-2 now. Yeah. AG reclaim a round early on.
Even with that opening frag, AG doing okay in the 4v5, and this time now have a favorable 4v5.
Yep. Oh, that's a sneaky position for Minnow. You don't see that one every day.
I feel like it should be checked by AG pretty quickly if they do take this route.
Do you reckon he'll be warm in that leather jacket?
It doesn't look all that warm, to be honest.
And surely stop the wind, but...
Wind at least, but maybe not snow.
Here we go. 3 players now for AG walking up.
Well, do they fall into the trap? Indeed, the check is there. As I said, expected that, and a wallbang kill for Sir. He has been very sharp so far in this game. Grenade's going to be thrown into the gondola.
The bait and switch. Now it's my gondola.
Am I stuck in here with you, or are you stuck in here with me?
Yeah, that's right.
This round looking much better for AG. Taking a little while to get warmed up into this match, I think, Ian. But now we're starting to see what we expected more so.
Yeah, figure them out now. Looking very clean. LGD might want to do something to get on that front foot to put their destiny in their own hands. Lucky to get past that gap past Dono. Oh, they are indeed going on the forward offensive. JP will be manning the gondola. Alan to suss it out. Try and bait some utility, perhaps. He's got the sniper. Instead of maybe perhaps Dono. Elevated position. Oh, the double gondola play.
Well, all the more chance to get wrecked by multiple grenades. Not just the one player, but multiple is even worse.
Yeah. Turned it into a couples game. AG very spread out now, waiting for LGD to get on that forward offensive.
Yeah, much slower round.
Yeah.
Giving Dono some room to work with. Alan?
No, it's Ace. It's Alan on the sniper.
Dono's gone down, not having the greatest of games so far. Minnow 6-3 has been the shining bastion of hope for LGD in this map. Takes an aim duel, but won't win it. Sir, certainly the opposite for AG. But that is great stuff from NCP. Timed perfectly. Will get the double kill. Spots the info there as well for his team. And AG will have to try and push through, try to breach the gondola.
Oh, Allen, nice.
Well, he's managed to get one, but needs a little more than that. Has lost his own life now, and it's just Xiao Ji. Does get the kill and doubles down, almost. I think he might have run out of ammo there as he ran into the gondola.
Yeah, they definitely put themselves up against it there.
That's just NCP stepping up, getting that 2K, which really put a spanner in the works for AG. If he only goes 1 for 1 there, it's a pincer strike into the gondola for AG.
Yeah.
And it might be then GG at that point for LGD. 3-piece though. Anyone's game at this point.
You'd
First
you'd have to say it's a heavy global risk bias map, wouldn't you? You've got the gondola in your favour.
I would say so.
So
hard to say, really, though, because, again, we haven't had that much competition in HD.
It does just seem very difficult for the Blacklist guys to get anywhere. We are going to see an attack onto the ace for the first time.
Lots of utility being thrown in by AG. Maya will be able to find the first and challenges the second, but it's, you know, to finish up most of the damage. Who's still alive, 1v2. Has turned it into that from a 1v3.
Oh, that was a painful grenade.
It was, but it's not done just yet. He'll be able to win this yet. Regardless, LGD get the job done.
It's over now, mate.
It is indeed.
Well, 4-3. Last round of the half.
Every game we've cast so far has been a 4-4 at the end of the first half.
Yeah.
Let's see if that will continue, that trend. Third time's the charm, maybe, for something different. And LGD would love that.
LGD will take anything they can get at this point, I think.
We're at the Jungfrau, which is a mountain in Germany. Ian.
Yeah, oh, very interesting.
Said so on the wall.
I was looking at the HUD there for Acer. It's like 37.5.
That's a survival rate.
That's a pretty low heart rate.
Survival rate. Right, straight into the gondola. That hasn't worked out at all for AG. It's being held very strongly by LGD. It's such a terrifying position to try to assault. Flashbang's not doing too much there to NCP as he turns away. And AG have really been stalled up quite heavily. How do you even take control of this position without utility? G'day, mate. How you doing?
Simply put.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Well, it's worked out okay. He's actually bought a bit of time there for Xiao Ji and Asur to find some frags, bring it back to a 2v3. With NCP so low, it's still a doable scenario for the AG players.
Well, they're getting all the info.
Just a bit of a pre-fire there. NCP locking it down, or at least trying to, a 1-for-1. Where's the trade? And there it is from AG. Xiao Ji now has the king. He's the hill. King of the hill.
Oh, he's the man of the gondola.
And he's flashed himself as well, I think.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Has to retrieve the C4 at the top of the staircase.
Does he know JP is here? Looks like he does, but that railing just obscuring his vision a little bit, and it's set into a 5-3. LGD off to a good start.
Just like that. The costume change comes out for LGD.
It's like Superman.
Yeah. Like,
put the undies on.
Yeah, put them on last. Who's going to care? Blacklist now for LGD. They only need to secure, what, 4 more? My math is correct.
Yep, your math is correct.
It's difficult times. It doesn't seem like that much. But when you're up against the gondola of doom.
The gondola of doom. Yeah, we might as well start calling it that, I think. You could just see NCP sat in there for almost every single round.
He was like a CCTV camera.
Yeah, except with a gun.
Ugh, the best kind of CCTV. Imagine that. Crime would come to a halt. Well, that's a nice position here from Acer. We didn't see that from AG. Maybe a little bit more homework for the LGD boys.
Yeah, they definitely do seem quite well researched.
Glorious eagle eye.
Dono with the sniper.
Okay, 2 snipers in that. Allen as well. That's a lovely flick.
Yep. Sets himself on the perfect angle. Now retreats and takes the second angle. That's textbook sniper play.
Got the man advantage as well, so not a whole lot of action required. Oh! doesn't get anything for it, though.
Yeah, not even really any much damage done.
Well, he can fall back to the gondola. Dono again on the hunt, finds another player.
Oh, yeah, it might well be. Dono's half here is already starting off well with that sniper.
I don't think they'll expect Days in there, even if they do attempt to commit to this, but they won't. They're going to think better of it and head over towards the A site.
Yeah, Dono's got that info, though. Yeah. Knows exactly what's going on here. AG have too much to work with. This is not looking good for LGD. Alan missing the shot. The first 2 kills going the way of Minnow and Maya here. And if Alan can't survive, it's going to be the side in the control of LGD. That's gone pretty poorly, actually, for AG. They knew what was happening, but the execution couldn't land the shots. 2v2 now for the retake.
Here it comes, the 2 players for All Gamers. The communication comes out from LGD.
Dono still alive. Mai up on the site. Flanking routes here for AG as they try to actually take that high ground. Run straight into Mai, though. That's 1 player down. Days does manage to trade out. And he has plenty of time here, 15 seconds, but getting outplayed there by Mai. And LGD starting to get a little bit fired up now.
Yeah. Well, they can taste it, perhaps. AG falling behind, and really, they would have been expecting perhaps to come out of this one quite easily. I mean, I know the desk were. The desk isn't always right.
Definitely not.
Particularly the host.
I don't even know if the host is listening right now. Doesn't seem like he is.
Oh, this is a nice standoff. NCP, Dave, sharing a wall together.
They've certainly gone a lot worse for LGD, but they always seem to find a way to bring it back.
Not even sure how that happened.
3v3, Minnow
Magic.
tagged very heavily.
Well, now they've got not only do they have the 3 players of AG to deal with, but the gondola of doom. Minnow, very low HP. Not sure how useful he will be. If Mike can get across that staircase, bait out the utility, perhaps then LGD have a chance.
Oh, Mai is getting in toward the gondola right now, but there's a player, sneaky position. It's going to work out nicely for AG.
Well, no one has the C4 either.
Sir and Alan having a good time in the gondola right now. NCP, this was his position earlier, but still not going to be enough for him as he does get 1, but not the other. 1 out of 2 ain't enough this time. Sir finishes it off. It's an important round the way of AG.
It's that extra player of the gondola helping out AG secure a round, and now LGD need to go back to the drawing board. They did remarkably well to get that back to an even keel. However, player advantage ultimately was their undoing. Just finessing the round a little bit here, LGD maybe rushing into the previous a little bit too quickly.
Much slower round out from LGD, and they need to be wary of letting too much go early in the rounds. That's what has occurred in the last 2.
Yep.
And they've always been able to bring it back, so if they are able to start the round off without much of a loss, and can have such a powerful mid-round.
So they need to let it go, or they can't afford to let it go? Does the cold bother them? These are the questions.
Some important questions.
LGD still figuring out their plan of attack. Nice. Suffered a little bit of damage in that last fight, but it does look like they're going to head back toward the gondola. And you know what? AG have 3 players here.
And a smoke grenade to keep LGD at bay as well.
Yeah.
The smokes do look very nice.
They do.
Well, Sir has got the binoculars on, having a look. Takes a fair bit of damage, and actually nice. Able to dispatch of Dono. So what can Sir do to keep things interesting here? Takes an aggressive aim battle.
Wow.
Nice to see, really putting himself on the front foot. But he's running out of ammo, won't be able to get the reload off. Xiao Jiao does get 2. Puts it into a 2v1. Still winnable. But LGD absolutely storming away with Eagle Eye right now.
Yep, and now the gondola is on the other foot. JP and Mai holding off against Zhaoji.
There's absolutely nowhere that he can come from without them knowing.
He's been spotted.
Should Could be a straightforward trade at worst, and not even that. Gondola OP.
That's the best teammate you can get. Reminds me.
This is really starting to slide the other way.
Yeah, and LGD, well, look, right now, if you're in their shoes, you can't afford to let the game get away from you.
Oh.
Yeah, beautiful shot by Dono. He is just all class with that sniper. He's going to rotate off as well, so perfect positioning and play style from him. Unquestionably the right way to go. Thing is, he hasn't been able to do a whole lot on this Global Risk side. LGD have been attacking with numbers, enforced quickly, closing those
effectively.
or trading effectively, but closing the gap, closing the distance, and really nullifying the advantage of that sniper.
Mai having a very good performance in this game.
Yeah.
12 and 7.
Oh, he was the player to watch, to be honest. In the last game against Tai Lu, he was the standout. Mr. Consistency, we called him. They'll retrieve the C4, and their plan will come into fruition here, despite being a player down. It does look like an A execute. Smokes ring out. Try and close that gap. Allen here, the double sniper for AG.
There's the pistol out this time, no sniper. Has to go for it now that he's used up all the ammo, and that's going to work out nicely. Dono also getting involved. Pistol of his own. And looking a lot more difficult for LGD. There'll be one more for AG, but they're not out of the woods just yet.
Yeah. AG just holding on for dear life, and LGD seemingly trying anything they can while they have the lead. Taking a couple more risks. Getting shut down by that double sniper setup. Dono in a very forward position here. I don't think LGD will be able to check for this.
Oh, I think he might have tagged someone there through a wall. JP going low, but the frags are going the way of LGD. That's what really matters at the end of the day. Definitely a strong position for Dono, but not able to really get enough value out of it.
Dono reminds me of Revenge.
Very aggressive.
Yeah, very aggressive and very intelligent play style.
Mobile.
Doesn't overcommit. I expect him to hit this shot onto JP and then fall.
It's a very wide angle for him, though.
Oh, he's already picked the timing now, 1:48. He's going to think better of it. Smokes off his retreat. Repositions. LGD, though, might just be ready for it. Oh, this is such a tight angle.
Dono really needs to have an impact here. Things are looking pretty dire for AG in this round. Oh, he spots the head, but not fast enough.
NCP, you can thank your lucky stars.
Like, what is that? That's not part of the map, is
That
it?
looks like a blonde blacklist player. Well, 4 LGD players over towards the B site, heading back toward the gondola perhaps.
Well, with a 3v5 advantage, it's hard to see LGD dropping this round now. Unless someone from AG can really step up big. Xiaoji has been pretty good with the multi-frags, but only one player in the gondola this time.
Dono
missing a shot, a crucial shot as well, as now the flank comes in for LGD. Allen's got no idea where to look. And this will be another round on the board for LGD by the looks of things. 2v4 with control of the gondola. Bomb plant yet to go down at the very least for AG, but it's not far in coming. There it is. Good luck, it says. I don't know that LGD needs the luck at this point. They have only one player left to find, and that is now map points coming up for LGD. What a curveball. One round away from closing it out.
Indeed, and more of the same from LGD. They need to avoid getting picked off by Dono here. This has been where he's been able to pick one up. Oh, and they're pre-grenading his position perfectly, forcing him to be a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, I think he's feeling the pressure of needing to do more for his team. 11-11. Interesting strategy here by Daze. Perhaps caught in a daze. Holding that gondola position. Having some flashbacks. NCP and the rest of the LGD acronym boys heading into the B site once again. They were able to control the gondola last time. Why wouldn't they be able to do it again?
Well, this time it's 5v5, not 3v5. Days trying to hold off, but he just gets absolutely decked. NCP with the better shots, and that's what matters at the end of the day. Bomb going down now for LGD. It's looking perfect for them to close the map out here and now. Alan trying to do his best to keep AG involved in this fight, but it seems like it is just slipping away. You know, catches the side of a player and eventually gets the job done. That's it, LGD. They'll win map 1, and AG on the back foot to begin with.
Well, 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 what a surprise. A warmed up LGD takes down All Gamers 9-5 there on Eagle Eye. They love playing in the gondola, don't they, Ian? It's their favorite place in the entire map.
Well, it's the God Strat, the gondola of doom. Yeah.
It is very much a difficult situation to deal with. What is it about it? Have they just not worked out the nades yet? Is it the peeker's advantage coming back in and out of that door?
I feel like there's a lot of pressure on the person in the gondola, obviously. They get the information, they know it's bulletproof, it's a one-way screen, but they know that they also can be seen, so there's a fear that they can't really take any sort of peek. I feel like they could if they wanted to, but the problem is they just don't have the backup. There's no way for anyone to really help them. And then once LGD realised that, you know, you just overwhelm the gondola position with numbers.
Yeah.
You're going to get in every time. And obviously it seems very difficult just to hold that doorway. And they can see you're looking at that doorway and swing around to the other. So yeah, just as long as you have numbers, you can actually take it down. And maybe with some utility, locking off the bridge from Dono and Alan, being able to retake, not possible. So that's really how LGD got into that map.
Jordan, a surprising result, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. None of the AG players stepped up like what we saw them do in the winter bracket final.
Yeah.
We didn't really see much from Dono at all, who was really touted to be the player to watch going into that game.
He tried his best.
He did try, but it wasn't spectacular. It wasn't fireworks or anything like that, which is certainly what we saw on the side of LGD. So maybe LGD coming off the win against Tyloo, as you said earlier, Ben, maybe a little bit more warmed up. Maybe that's an advantage for them. Mai didn't really seem to slow down at all. I thought he was the standout in that map for LGD, and it works out perfectly for them.
Yeah, it was a great game, really, and they never let All Gamers get back into it after the first half. To be fair, the first half looked okay for All Gamers. You looked at the score, it's like they almost went through. Even that's not a bad result considering they started off on attack. When you flipped it around, when it came time to defend, they really didn't seem to know what to do.
We were talking about maybe it being a global risk bias map, and then all of a sudden LGD come out and just flog them on the global, on the offensive side. Too many words.
Black risk.
Blacklist.
That one.
I've got you, dog.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, once they switched over to that blacklist side, they just had it too easily. So, yeah, it was a bit of a surprise, but at the end of the day, I think I predicted LGD to come through on top, and, you know, always come out on top myself.
Oh, at this stage, though, do you say that LGD is going to pick this up? They were very much quite convincing there.
They did look a lot better.
They did.
Naval base.
It is naval base next. Yes, that's really going to be the kicker here, I think. Who has prepared for this the most? No one's really been playing it at all. It's a new map. It's not in CROSSFIRE. It's here in CROSSFIRE HD. So none of the older players have experience on it. It's entirely new for everyone. Everyone has had the same opportunity. Who does that benefit?
Well, I actually think it benefits LGD. We sort of thought that it was going to favor Tyloo in their match against LGD, but fairly solid win for them there, I thought. And now against AG, you look at a lot of the snipers here for AG as being a key part of their roster. I don't think Naval Base was particularly sniper-centric, so now that LGD have warmed up, they've played that map there on Naval Base already. I definitely think that they can finish this one off here with a 2-0 if they keep that form going.
Well, we're one map down between All Gamers and LGD. LGD are in the lead to the surprise of us, perhaps not to them. We're going to take a very quick break. When we come back, we're over to Naval Base.
I love CFS.
I love CFS. I love CFS. I love CFS. I love CFS. I love CFS. I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS. I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
I love CFS.
Hello and welcome back. It is our CROSSFIRE HD Grand Final. All gamers up against LGD. And LGD are 1-0 up in this best of three. We're heading across to Naval Base next, a map that is new to CROSSFIRE. So I am very interested to see how these two teams go head-to-head.
Yeah, definitely. We've already seen LGD on this map against Tyloo. A fairly comfortable win, I thought, for them there. So
yeah,
in my mind, actually, I think there's a real chance that LGD is able to 2-0 today against All Gamers, even despite the fact that they lost against them in that winners bracket match. Today, we haven't really seen AG step up.
No,
LGD certainly have been able to do that.
Well, I guess they're really 1-for-1, right? On the if you take into account the first best of one with the upper bracket final where they played, and you take into account this, they both really convincingly won one map. But what we have to remember, of course, is that LGD's map counts now, and All Gamers maps is in the past.
That's right, and also, like Jordan said, the way that LGD won on Naval Base against Tyloo was actually really good. They had a lot of executes that were very pinpoint and well rehearsed and well executed, and everything they did made sense, you know. And coming into that last game, watching AG, it was like, okay, now you're going to have to step up your game, because running around like a bunch of misfits isn't going to really work out anymore. It might have worked the first time, but now you're going to need some real coordinated attacks. And I think that's what LGD bring, and I think all gamers may be resting on their laurels just a little bit. I think
it's like a case of, you know, just shoot them in the head strategy isn't really working so much anymore.
We do talk about that a lot, and people give us a bit of grief for it, but sometimes that is just what people do, right? They just walk in, shoot them in the head. And, you know, if you're bringing in a bunch of players together who have either retired or ex-pros or are new, perhaps, to CROSSFIRE HD, sometimes that's what you're going to see.
Yeah, well, you got to go down to their level and beat them with experience, right? So the thing is, these guys, if they're just going to try and go in and then aim duel around the place, well, they might just come unstuck against LGD. But for all gamers, there's a lot of talent there, so they might be able to find a way just by shooting heads. But it will be a lot more difficult considering what we've seen from LGD so far on this map.
It didn't work on Eagle Eye, though, did it, John?
No, definitely didn't. I don't think any of the AG guys really were looking particularly sharp there. A lot of missed shots, a lot of possible sort of aim duels that you would have thought might go their way, and they didn't really. So for me, LGD have definitely come into this one warm-up, whether that is because they played that match earlier and they've been able to come in because of that. Whatever the case, LGD is looking man for man right now better than AG. So we're going to have to think about what AG can actually do to win this one, and they're going to have to outthink LGD. And I don't know how easy that's going to be on Naval Base. Like Ian said earlier, they've been really good. They had executes, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But one other thing that they were really good at doing was controlling the map. They had players lurking around the back. They seemed to catch Tyloo off guard a lot of the time, and that's definitely something that AG is going to have to be aware of.
It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, again, particularly because Naval Base is new. Is it going to be suited more to that clicking head sort of style, just executing in, rushing in, using your utility?
No, not really. I mean, from what I've seen, those choke points, and especially the A bomb site, very close quarter combat, like I was saying, and the B bomb site, a nice executed attack onto that will sort it out.
Well, it's map number 2 between All Gamers and LGD in our CROSSFIRE HD Grand Final. We head to Naval Base.
Well, it was All Gamers that came through from the upper bracket final against LGD, but it's now they who face one map deficit after losing on Eagle Eye. One chance, one life left now for All Gamers, and it comes down now to Naval Base. LGD working their way in toward the A bomb site already. A huge amount of kills going out on both sides. A 2 for 2, I think, at the end of the day. The bomb will go down here for LGD. That's a good trade as Mai able to keep his squad alive in the 2v2.
I'd have to say it looks like LGD have figured out the Achilles heel for All Gamers, and that is to go in contact as numbers and overwhelm your opponent.
Look at these grenades being thrown in by LGD as well. Xiao Ji needs some backup here, and he'll get it. It's a 1-for-1 there for Dono, but that's enough.
Yep.
The defuse is going to come across. AG winning the first round here on Naval Base, but a close thing.
Well, it was still pretty close, but it didn't look as decisive as the rounds on the previous map for LGD. And All Gamers finally able to claw something back. The first round they've won in quite a while. Transcending maps, perhaps their momentum. Well, AG put a stop to it straight away. Now, this is what I was talking about, this B execute that LGD were running. See if AG have got what it takes to stop it. I don't think he spotted him, Jordan.
No, I don't think he has either. I'm not sure that's an angle that you're going to check as well when you run out.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to catch
him
the
off
peak.
guard.
Great stuff from Dono, getting the timing perfectly. Will back away as well. Drops the flashbang down, keeps himself alive. LGD looking a little worse for wear in the map now.
Yeah, the flashbang actually also came in from LGD, so that's a wasted opportunity. They could have found a way in there on the back of that flash, but instead, a man down, they have to try and figure it out, try and figure out what they can do from here on in. Very heavy B defense for AG. LGD don't need to panic too early though. Yeah, Mino spots out Acer.
Spots another as well, but he too has been seen and not a position that you want to get spotted in. Can get away safely through the doors, but when you're in the water, you are essentially a sitting duck. There's literally nothing you can do apart from swim. So it's not a nice place to be.
No.
He's got out okay, and looks like the gun's still all right as well.
Bit waterlogged.
The old reliable, the AK.
Yeah, very reliable. And, well, AG don't even change up their positions. They just hold out. They have the man advantage after all. And here we go. LGD throw in some utility. Grouping up here again with numbers. Going to try A bomb site again. Different defense strategy here for AG.
That might be a nice grenade. Actually, doesn't end up doing too much damage, but the gun does. It's her. He'll get two before going down. Only one player left alive now for LGD. That won't last much longer. AG, what a great response to Eagle Eye. They now start off with a 2-0 advantage on Naval Base.
Yeah. Very quickly and decisively winning these rounds as well toward the end once LGD do decide to attack. And that's two A-side attacks foiled. So obviously the B execute was ruined by Dono. CP now doing his usual, trying to cut off rotations, trying to prevent AG from getting into any forward positions. And you can see again on the map overview, all gamers very heavily spread out. Just the one player over towards the B side. But when it is Dono, it's more than a lot of LGD have been able to handle thus far.
This time the opening frag going
As
the
I
way
say
of LGD.
that, as I say it, Jordan, the curse.
Oh. Nice, needs to be careful. A stray grenade here is going to knock him over.
Yeah, he's on 8 health though. He's trying to sell something.
Don't know that he's done well enough there.
Yeah, AG not buying it.
1 for 1, not too bad really for LGD, but they need more past that. NCP will secure them just that. A nice headshot onto the sniper of AG. JP goes walking in on his own. An easy frag there for a Sir. Where is the coordination right now for LGD? Seems quite lacking.
Well, there you go. Catching Zhaoji off guard there, Jordan.
That's the B side opened up.
Yep. Minute left on the clock. Mino. Oh, executed by Daze. And that is actually going to be enough to bring AG back into this round. C4 is down.
Yeah, real spanner in the works for LGD. Just the fundamentals not going too well for them. My star player for LGD, able to do a lot of work there, and Daze very low on HP as well as a result. Time's running out, and LGD playing this one perfectly. There's nothing that they really need to do. Maya will finish it. That's the first round on the board for LGD.
Well, perhaps the first of many, and they didn't let AG get off to too much of a lead. I think 3-0 there would have been pretty difficult.
Yeah, a little disastrous.
Yep.
Maybe not the end of the world, but 2-1 certainly sounds a bit better if you're an LGD supporter.
Jordan, it's just occurred to me in the stadium that the map overview is being projected onto the floor.
Yes.
That's outrageous.
It's pretty cool, isn't it? I'm sure there's another one on the other side of the stage as well that we can't see.
I wonder what... Yeah, that'd probably be the same thing.
Very cool stage, as there always is at CFS. Have not been disappointed by a stage.
No, it's pretty amazing.
And they seem to get better and better every year as well, which is the great thing.
Oh, actually, the entire floor is an LCD, not a projection.
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Dono definitely correcting LGD on some of their mistakes as well. Such is the life of an attacker running out through a smoke. Not going to work too nicely. Dono cleaning up 2. Much better looking map here for AGD right now. AGD for AG. And for LGD, not so much.
The battle of the acronyms. Well, this is nice. It'd be interesting to see if Mino can find a way up there, but invisible wall. Well, you don't know if you don't try it. Dono's in that position again. That caught them off guard once before. Mino not exactly being quiet about his arrival.
Maybe he doesn't want to be. Maybe he's keen to just take these aim battles.
He's sending a message.
Well, I don't have much time to work with right now, LGD, and I've tried to sell a bit of a fake by running out there and creeping back in. Don't think that's going to catch AG off guard too much. Right now, there's no real reason for them to rotate across. They've got a lot of player advantage.
Yep. Good to see LGD giving this a real crack, though, not giving up.
Well, with 30 seconds on the clock, I'm not sure really what they can do at this point.
It looks like they want to try and boost over.
Well, it is possible, and he's managed to get in, so that's very cheeky. It doesn't matter at all if you can't win the aim battle.
No.
Alan cleans it up.
15 seconds.
Would like to see a little bit more of that from LGD.
Yeah. Well, they've got some great tricks up their sleeve.
Alan, a long spray down. Not much damage done to JP by him, but finished off by Xiaoqi. AG now with 3. Trying times for the attackers here on Naval Base.
Yeah, interesting to see whether or not LGD goes straight for that boost next time. Seems to have caught AG off guard. Sure, Alan was able to adapt, but I don't think he noticed where the player actually came from, because he wasn't watching the door into B anyway.
Looks like they will go for it again.
Yeah, coupled with nice up top, this could really work out as like a bait and strat. Ooh, Dono.
See, this is the kind of thing that's going to work for this match.
Yep.
But after this, everyone will know about it.
Yep.
But this is maybe what LGD needs to win. And that's a perfect entry from Minnow.
They've got no idea about that, AG.
AG are scratching their heads. That's twice in a row that LGD have actually managed to walk into the B side without being seen. Thinking, where's this hole in the wall that we haven't spotted?
Yep. Didn't even need a flashbang that time. And now the retake will ensue. All 4 AG players together.
Oh, wow. Minnow, he's having the round, isn't he? That's 3 kills already. Will be traded out, but that doesn't matter too much. There's heaps more where LGD came from. 3-2. Nicely done from LGD. Perhaps a strategy that they can revisit once again.
Well, they certainly don't want to be one-trick ponies. Going for that middle pick instead. But yeah, you want to keep that one up your sleeve for later, I think. Only a few more rounds left in the half, I suppose, but not something you can go straight to. Maybe trick them a little bit, head towards A again. Get some more players toward this middle of the map and then maybe go for the boost. Maybe even use the boost as a lurk or a fake.
Grenade won't flush anyone out this time.
No.
But NCP back to his usual tricks, taking control of middle.
Yeah, not taking any chances. Mai having a pretty good game so far. Definitely having a lot of impact. Oh, Dono again onto Nice. Very forward, aggressive stance. Knows Nice is playing there on his own and willing to take that 1v1.
Oh, what is going on here? Xiaoqi so aggressive, he'll be punished for it. Just running through the open, spraying away, and LGD will be too good. They'll clean him up. Multiple players now out of position, though, for LGD, and they themselves will get overwhelmed.
They've walked straight into the Allen Days crossfire.
What a chaotic round. Well, JP needs to hit some magical shots to finish it off here. Won't be able to. That's 4 now for AG.
Yeah, with that C4 stuck in no man's land. It's going to be very difficult to recover now. I expect LGD maybe to go back towards the boost strategy.
Yeah.
Maybe do something about Dono pushing up on B, taking that 1-for-1 aim duel, try and be ready for it next time.
I think that really has been the undoing.
See, Dono is looking for that boost now.
That may leave them a little more susceptible to a standard execute.
Oh, this is good if Nice can just hold his nerve.
Oh, well, doesn't even manage to take a shot.
Yeah.
Just not prepared. LGD going to sleep a little bit.
Oh, Ace has pushed up very far.
Timing is everything here for LGD. They do not want to walk past Acer without seeing his position. But Smoke pushes him away.
If anything, he could get right next to that Smoke if he wanted to. Use it as a wall.
Yeah.
Instead he'll fall back. This Ace site very easy to hold, it seems. If you have somewhat of numbers. Okay, here we go. I think this will be the boost again. Dono holding the B site single-handedly.
For now.
Yeah, for now. Not even able to tell who would be on a fast rotate for them. Maybe Zhaoji.
Looks like it's pretty standard stuff for LGD. Jumping straight out. Dono needs to be traded here and will. One could argue he might have done enough, actually.
Yeah.
The players from AG rotating across quickly. C4 is dropped. Bomb site control has not even been established at all for LGD. And Minnow, so much work to do in the 1v4.
Yeah, well, that's all she wrote for that one.
I think so.
Minnow just delaying the inevitable now. Obviously has to give it his best shot.
He's been spotted now, hasn't he?
Potentially. No, doesn't look like it.
There's really only one place that he can come from, and now that his position is known, one is good, but it's definitely not enough. And ooh, there we go, Zhaoji.
Yeah, they figured it out now. You can see using that after timer to go exploring.
Well, you want a 5-3 minimum here as LGD 6-2. That seems to be getting a bit too far ahead of things in the first half, I think.
That's fair to say. Especially we expected a lot more from LGD on this blacklist side.
Yep, definitely.
And JP in a good spot. Acer seems to be aware of it, though. Again, this stalemate. You can hear Acer tapping his crouch key. Okay, and we see NCP back to his old tricks, trying to cut off rotations, and unfortunately it doesn't work out. Would have been better with a sniper, but you never know if you're going to be given that opportunity. Doesn't want to push through middle. Too much of a risk. And again. Nice in the same position as always, Jordan and Dono having a field day up against him. I don't think they're ready for the boost, though. It won't come out. Instead, it will be just coming through the captain's door.
AG seem very prepared for it. I haven't really seen LGD have much success at all into the B bomb site, but here they go again. Utilities out, but it's a little late. A nice trade, at least, from Mai. And now the smokes are going to go down. The grenades.
Mai should stop fighting and get that C4 down. It was what undid them last round. NCP's in a good position to cover.
Well, it is going to be the plant. Should come off okay.
Oh,
very low HP for these LGD players right now, though.
Mai's getting tagged down very hard through the box. These flashbangs, beautiful by AG.
Alan gets traded back out, and Daze down as well. Just Alan left alive, but he won't last much longer. So a third round at least secured by LGD in the first half. Is it enough? I'm not so sure. Certainly better than the alternative.
Again, a quick costume change. LGD now tasked with a very difficult job of trying to get to that 9th round against all gamers on the attack. Interesting to see the difference in their style of play. You can see AG wanting that opening pick before they do anything. Dono, I reckon if anyone's going to know how to find one, it will be him.
Absolutely, the sniper, that's your job usually.
Yeah. AG very far up already toward A. Could actually catch Minnow off guard with this sneaky vent play. They're finally going to see it. Oh, that would hurt. Yep. Ace are down to 49 HP. Looks like no AC in the AC. But they're not watching it.
Not for now. There may be another player on the site. Here comes the collapse, though. Oof. Well done from LGD, but will they survive long enough? NCP, a very long spray, and eventually connects. Needs to get out of there, but can't. Teammates trying to help him out.
Yeah,
that's
that
well enough.
Grenade.
Pineapple working out for LGD. 2v1. Xiaoji.
Oh. How quickly the tide turns. Despite it looking roses for AG, they've gotten into the site, and LGD still have 2 players up. And really, the MVP Mai, who has been sensational throughout both of these maps, is the guy to look out for here. Jaji with a definitely difficult task up against him.
Yeah, but this is not a round that you want to lose. A 2v1 in. Great stuff. LGD got caught off guard for a second, but very quickly shut down.
Let's see, they're nearly evening it up here as well. AG, again, very quickly head toward the A site. Ace spamming away at the windows. Dono potentially going for a bit of a scope shot toward B.
Again, looking for those picks early on. This time it's JP on the defensive side. A nice angle we've seen held quite a few times. Very tough to deal with for AG as well. It's not really easy to dig someone out of this position with utility.
No.
Probably pretty difficult to flash that as well.
Interesting. Also, the LGD aren't doing a very similar job to what Dono did on the B site and going for aggression in towards the captain's door and seeing if there's anything happening there. But they seem to know that they're heavily favouring the A side anyway, LGD.
Oh. Well, that is a good shot from Asur, and he was pretty good in the last map. We'll see if they can follow up, and it's as though LGD have been caught off guard a little bit by this one. NCP needs to go big, and so far he has.
Wow.
2 kills for NCP as the action slows down. AG not sure where to look yet. And again, LGD come back with a vengeance. Nice is off the edge, but he's going to be okay for the moment.
No, I think you spoke too soon there.
Dono did spot him.
Yeah.
Thought there would be some backup from someone else on LGD, but not the case. Dono has a chance now in the 2v1. LGD do not want to give it to him.
This is so risky.
That's okay. Good timing from LGD.
Wow, they're looking formidable on that defensive side of the global risk.
It's definitely Jayo time for LGD right now.
Yeah, you can hear the Jayos ring out. 5 apiece now, we're back even. Yep. That's a confidence booster for LGD, and on the back of some lovely work by NCP.
Oh, almost a timing shot there for Dono.
Somehow Dono's lost some HP. Was that through a grenade?
I think he might have just gotten tagged as the player crossed and maybe threw out a stray bullet.
Yeah. Okay, Dono also would have been spotted with the C4 then. He intends to break the window from here. Looks like Dono's trying to sell a fake. But, oh, that's very risky crossing there as well by JP. You know AG have a player of a caliber of Dono who will be watching that gap cross, but here we go again.
This is going to be a very, very tough crossfire to deal with. You know, we'll take the first contact. JP just to swing and trade if need be. You know, spotted one. Early info. Great start here for LGD. Now it's on to JP to double down, but only 2 there for LGD. I'm not sure that's so ideal. AG somehow managed to make their way into the site with a numbers advantage. Grenades here would be fantastic for LGD, but they don't seem to have any. In actual fact is the one taking a lot of damage and has been spotted. Dono not connecting the shot. Does leave LGD with a bit more of a chance. And a great shot hit by Nice Mai as well.
No way.
That might have denied the bomb plan, I think. It has. And Xiao Ji, the tables have certainly turned against him now. He's got no HP to play with. Mai doesn't really know where he is, though.
Those are some great shots coming out from LGD.
Now they know that he's on the side, and that is a great turnaround from LGD. AG now really going to be scratching their heads after that. That was a great start for them, but they just couldn't double down. They couldn't consolidate the round.
Creatures of habit here, all gamers, heading back toward the A site very quickly once again. LGD again also sending 3 players there. No hesitation. Mai in the middle with, I believe, Nice over towards the B site.
Just showing a little bit of weakness maybe on the map here, AG, or at least on this side.
Oh,
No variety, really.
I just don't understand why they continually hit the site, hoping that LGD do not stack it. When LGD have had 3 here every round, there's no reason for them to stop stacking it until you don't go. If it ain't broke. Here we go. Could just be a fake. We do still have the C4 in mid. Needs to be retrieved. Has been picked up now by Zhao Ji. We'll head towards A. And you can see the fake on the B site is actually coming out, which will draw Maya across. So the double pump onto the A site is what we should expect to see here by all gamers, unless they intend to walk all the way to B. Alan also set up. Yep. So here we go. It will be another A attack for all gamers.
Now you can see 3 players for LGD right now, still over on A, and Nice has already finished off Dono, who was trying to fake B. Not really much going on there for LGD. They're quite happy to stay here on A. Minnow shutting down another, but LGD, they've just fallen to bits.
Yeah, that really did not work out well.
Daze goes ahead and grabs a 2K for himself. Mai and Nice to try and salvage this one for LGD. Now it's just Nice in a 1v2, but we have seen him do some pretty special stuff so far, so definitely still doable. He is well and truly known where he is, though.
Well, the C4 isn't down still. That raises some questions, unless it's fallen into the water. One of the AG players did jump out the window. Yeah, there you go. They've had to go into the water to retrieve the C4. If Nice knew that. If only Nice knew that.
I think he did. I think he was trying to put some damage into them. Still winnable here for Nice. Looks like Alan gets across okay. Just the timing not quite there for Nice. You could see what he was trying to do. But he really needs to get in there and commit to this now. Because AG are going to stop peeking him now that they have the bomb down. Could take this route along the pipe.
Yeah, could go into the vent also, but we'll opt against it. Don't know about this crossfire by AG, but the double peek will come out.
Very nearly lined up for him if he would have held that spray.
Yep.
Alan almost walks into it, but AG secure their 6th and equalize things.
Okay, again. Well, AG did persist, and their persistence has paid off.
Yeah, still a bit of a shaky round, though, I think, Ian. You're not going to expect to enter a site perfectly like that every time against a 3-man stack.
Maybe they do. It is their first win on the Blacklist side.
Yeah.
Daze will cop some damage early. The battle for B will rage on. The C4 in the hands of Dono, if he was to go down to Nice, that would be catastrophic for all gamers. As that timeless cry comes over the radio, JP and Minnow holding. Minnow, the star of this roster, but Mai is outperforming him.
At the moment, certainly. Well, AG, try and try again.
Yeah, well-timed flashbang into here would get them in pretty easily, I would imagine.
That's just a regular AG nade. There's the flashbang to follow up. AG looked nice for a moment, but only a moment, as they're completely shut down. NCP with a 2K. And try as they might, AG are not having success on the A-bomb site. One round, I'm sorry, is not success. LGD looking a lot more solid there than their counterparts.
Yeah, it's looking like quite a choke out of this tournament, in fact. You can see Dono now 1 on 4. The world on his shoulders.
Well, he really needs to reach into the hat and pull out the bunny. 1v4, not going to be possible for him. Again, there's the head scratch for AG.
Yep. Back to the drawing board. They haven't even tried B yet. But again, okay, let's all head towards A. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. This time, Dono is here for backup. It's going to be a 5-man attack. Alan with the entry very quickly, catching LGD off guard.
Yeah, very nice change up from AG. Nice to see. The grenade does a huge amount of damage, but they need to follow it up. They need to control this LGD. They have done well enough. Minnow slows things down, and that might be enough for the rotate to come across, backing away. Still has another player here, and that is well enough for LGD as they find 3. Bomb is dropped as well, and Dono, I don't think he knows what to do, Ian. 1v4.
What we do know is he is in a lot of trouble.
He is. So he'll walk into the crossfire here. Doesn't even get that first kill. Starting to slip away a little bit now for AG. They're getting desperate. That was a rush strategy, and it even didn't work out.
Definitely out of ideas.
Where do you fall back to from now? 1 round away for LGD.
Back towards A.
Can secure the 2-0. And AG doing the exact same thing.
I mean, we're on map point, Jordan. Match
series
and
point.
Series point. Tournament point.
It's a best of 3, and it started off well for LGD, followed up by JP with a double kill. But AG keeping it interesting, finding some of their own. Dono once more in a 1v3. He's had 2 1v4s to deal with, and this is going to be it. Nice, finishes it off, and LGD will be the champions of the Crossfire event matches for Crossfire HD with a 2-0 victory over all gamers.
Event matches of CFS 2018. They are LGD Gaming!
Well, what an impressive result for LGD, coming out on top at the end of the day, to a surprise of probably all of us here, to be perfectly honest. And well, they will lift the trophy.
Congratulations to LGD Gaming. They've shown us brilliant skill, tactics,
very, very surprising
map
indeed,
awareness,
Ben.
and
Very
teamwork.
surprising.
Yeah.
Now
So,
we'll go back
I
to
think,
our
to be honest,
commentators and talk about that
AG,
incredible final before
we really didn't see
welcome
much
all
from
of our
them. We expected
participants
LGD to
back
come away with the win from the start of that match, but before the match we were saying AG, 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 and then once it got to the grand final, it sort of seemed like they disappeared, didn't it?
I mean, I'm not sure what their strategy is going towards A for every single round on the blacklist side. That's questionable at the very least, but obviously props to LGD. They hit their shots, they had their crossfires, they defended their sites, they did everything they needed to do.
Yep, definitely were the better team on the day, even though maybe a slow upper bracket final for them. But all gamers clearly getting the best of them in the best of 1. But when it came to a best of 3, they were not up for the challenge. LGD have the pride and now the privilege to say they're the inaugural Crossfire HD champions here of our matches today. Look, it's probably going to change a little bit. We're getting down the track when it becomes a little bit more serious business. But I think today was a great display of Crossfire HD. Some really enjoyable matches.
Yeah.
Some great gunplay, some great gameplay. And in the end, Strats won, Ian.
Yeah, well, they usually do in the long run, but, you know, what's the saying about form? Anyway, we won't get into that.
I definitely would like to see how it plays out when we maybe start to see a few more of the maps ported over from Crossfire, see how some of them do sort of change up a little bit, because from what we saw from Black Widow, there were a couple of additions and nuances that did change when it came into HD. So I think that's quite a cool thing to keep a look at.
Yeah.
These new maps as well, like Naval Base, I think there's definitely a lot more that the players are going to be able to find if we continue to see competitive matches in HD. You know, there was a few little nuances, little interesting strategies for LGD starting to come out on that attacking side, and there's only more things that players are going to be able to find as they are able to play more matches.
Yeah, and I think the thing is that Crossfire has, whilst it has a reasonable number of maps, it's the same 5 maps that you see in the competitive match pool and CFS and things like that. So it's a great opportunity with Crossfire HD to maybe change a couple of things up. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But I personally really enjoyed seeing the new maps, seeing how Naval Base played out, seeing how some of these CROSSFIRE pros from back in the day come and use their strats on some new maps.
Yeah, I actually found it very enjoyable. You know, coming into seeing something new for the first time and seeing change can be quite difficult, but I thought that was a much easier game to digest.
Yeah.
You know, so a few things here and there that I think a lot of the players might want to come across to and really see value in. Like I said, the registration or the way that you get kills seems a lot quicker and a lot more purposeful. You can see where your bullets are landing. A lot of great stuff like that. So yeah, I think it was a lot more of an enjoyable version of the game. And I just look forward to seeing how it grows coming into maybe the next CFS.
Yeah, a new zone here in China to start things off with. We'll see how it pans out for everyone else. But for now, that was actually a very enjoyable way to start things off. And, well, congratulations to LGD on taking it out. And I suppose thank you to all of the other players who participated. Some of them, you know, have perhaps retired, some of them from other games. So thanks for taking a chance and coming in and playing today.
I definitely think it would be kind of fun to come back. I mean, maybe Ian can speak to it more than I can, obviously having never been a pro player myself. But if you have a chance to come back, have a bit of fun, try to perform maybe in a new game, but a very similar game in a sense, and maybe even walk away with a win and some bragging rights.
No pressure environment,
Yeah, exactly.
Bit of a show match, catch up with old friends, go travel out to an event. It's all about the community at the end of the day. Yeah, very enjoyable.
And they didn't look too disappointed in the end when they lost. It wasn't the end of the world. No. So, look, what a great way to start. All fun, really, for everyone. I think all positives, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, definitely. I can't see any negatives, really, from this. I just want to see sort of how it develops going into the next few years, what we're going to see from it. Maybe, you know, the entire competition next year is on HD. Who's to say whether or not that's going to happen? I mean, obviously, HD is definitely going to be something that players are going to want to jump onto.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't like good graphics and that kind
great.
of thing? It looks very, very nice.
Yeah. Not only does it look good, it looks like it plays better.
Well, that's the real thing, isn't it, right? You have to get in, you have to figure out how that all plays out and that kind of thing, because maybe there are little things that you might think look good, but maybe the players might not enjoy so much. So we have to sort of have a look and see how it all sort of develops through the next year or so. Yeah,
well, what a better way to showcase a game like CROSSFIRE HD, the new zone, and to do it on a stage like this, in an environment like this. You've really given it its best chance to succeed, I think.
I would really like to see how it would have gone with maybe some of the current professional players for CROSSFIRE Stars. Let's say we got, you know, Black Dragons or an RU Legends playing in that match. Obviously, we don't want to take away from their practice and their setup and their lead into their grand finals tomorrow. But for that would have been quite exciting to see.
Let's throw it over to the stage for our awards ceremony. In just a second.
Are you sure?
Next time.
I would have liked to have gone for the old. Maybe we're ready now.
No, well, we'll see.
Let's throw it over to Matt on the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, after this incredible day with the new zone, CROSSFIRE HD, we now have our champions. But let's welcome all of the teams who participated in the CROSSFIRE event of CFS 2018 back to the stage. Please welcome our 4th place team, OMG Esports Club. Our 4th place team, OMG Esports Club. And now our team in third place. Please welcome back to the stage, Tai Lu. Our third place team, ladies and gentlemen, they are Tai Lu. And now please welcome back to the stage, the runners-up, All Gamers. The runners-up of the CROSSFIRE event here at CFS 2018, they are All Gamers! And now please welcome our champions of the CROSSFIRE event on CROSSFIRE HD at CFS 2018. They are LGD Gaming! Ladies and gentlemen, the champions today, they are LGD Gaming! And now we invite all of our teams back into the middle to commemorate this moment. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations again to all of our teams for their amazing performance in the CROSSFIRE event here at CFS 2018. We will be back to you tomorrow with the CROSSFIRE World Championship Grand Final between Black Dragons and RU Legends as well. We will also have the CFS 2018 CROSSFIRE Legends Tournament. So make sure you join us live tomorrow here in Nanjing for the World Championship Final and the final day of CFS 2018. I've been Matt Andrews. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you again tomorrow.